Clearly visible, right? Nomenclature of organic compound is what we have to revise today. So we have two Nikhils, okay? Now, is everyone here usual or do I have to wait? I think already there are 13, 14 students. Let's start. Okay. As they will finish their dinners, they will keep joining. So talking of nomenclature, we need to know that initially you know that all organic compounds were supposed to be made by only nature, and it was first Kolbe who synthesized acetic acid in 1845. See, there were other people also on the same line, but of course the credit goes to Kolbe for synthesizing acetic acid in 1845. Before that, it was Bohler. Okay, Bohler will be called the first organic compound synthesis done by Bohler in laboratory. What he did, you have to remember this reaction: NH4Cl plus KCNO forming urea. Now, how the mechanism of this reaction is. Okay, so the reaction of this mechanism, the mechanism of this reaction is ammonia as a nucleophile attacking on HNCO. Okay, when you heat ammonium chloride, you will get ammonia plus HCl. So here is nucleophilic attack of ammonia on HNCO, right? Pi bond opens, resonance, nitrogen pait is minus charge. NH3 plus is releasing proton to N minus. So you have urea formed as a product. Okay, so urea is ultimately formed as a product. So this was the mechanism. Yes, he could change all different combinations. Like you can have ammonium chloride plus KCNO. You can have directly ammonium cyanate instead of potassium cyanate. Then also you will have the same product. Okay, so there could be different combination. What we need in the medium is HCNO and ammonia. Whichever will give, you will have the product as urea. Okay. Now, one objective that we expect from this basic is why carbon is generating organic chemistry, why not others? So if you see NCERT, it is simply that why carbon is so special. First, it has a very carbon 14, one of its isotope has a very large half-life. So it is not something which can be extinct from the earth. Like in S block, we have seen half-life of 21 days. We have seen half-life of 12.5 years. So this one, 5770, is a large half-life. Take carbon has small size, high electronegativity, high ionization enthalpy, unavailability of d electrons. All these factors together make it suitable for forming covalent bonds. Okay, so it forms very good, very nice covalent bonds. Its maximum covalency is 4. Okay, though that we can call it as a tetravalency. And the one of the most important point is its unique capacity to form pi bonds with itself. It can form pi bond with itself and with other small electronegative elements like oxygen, like nitrogen, etc. It can form pi bonds with C, alkene, carbon to carbon pi bond, alkyne when there is a triple bond, C double bond O, C double bond N, C triple bond N. That is also a very important tendency because it is with increase in size, other atoms, even from the same group, will not be able to form the pi bonds like this. And effectively strong pi bonds also. Okay. Then the most important property is catenation. Carbon-carbon bonds are quite strong, Okay, carbon-carbon bonds, as we have seen that carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. There are other members. Other members also can show some catenation, but the catenation, that is the self-linking property of carbon, is maximum. Okay? And this self-linking capacity to be maximum is credited to the strongest, or rather I should say very strong carbon-carbon bond in it. Otherwise, if I say the strongest single bond in entire periodic table would be of hydrogen-hydrogen, right? So I cannot say it is the strongest, but in the group, it is strongest. Down the group, the size increases, electronegativity decreases, and thereby the tendency to show catenation decreases. Okay, so these are the behaviors, these are the reasons. See why carbon shows an independent chemistry in itself called organic chemistry. See, even tin can show some catenation. Lead does not show, but carbon, silicon, germanium, and tin. But see the gap. Carbon has 348 kilojoules per mole bond energy, whereas tin has only 240. Correct? Moving further, the bond length of carbon-carbon bond. This is important. You have to remember the bond length of these bonds. Yes, the order is okay. The order is okay that as the pi bonds increase, bond length decrease. That is fine. But the value also you need to remember. Carbon single bond carbon is 154. Carbon double bond carbon is 134. Carbon triple bond carbon is 120 picometer. Okay, 154, 134, 120. And see the carbon double bond of benzene, as it has resonance, it has intermediate status between single and double, 139 picometer. Absolutely clear this point? It has intermediate status of multiple bond. यहाँ तक all clear? ठीक? Okay, let's move to degree of unsaturation formula. I think all of you must be knowing this formula, but still it is known as degree of unsaturation. It is known as index of hydrogen deficiency. It is also known as double bond equivalent or unsaturation index. Any of these four names could be referred in the paper, could be used in the question. DOU, IHD, DBE, and unsaturation index. All these four are for degree of unsaturation. Please remember this formula. Sometimes it helps to calculate the isomers, what is the degree of unsaturation, how many pi bonds should I take, or cycles I should take. So carbon count plus 1 minus hydrogen plus halogen minus nitrogen upon 2. Okay, oxygen is just ignored, or any other divalent atom for that case is ignored. It has no effect of degree of unsaturation. And I hope you are aware that degree of unsaturation is a mathematical expression, whereas unsaturation, if I say a molecule is unsaturated, is a chemical property, right? For a compound to be called unsaturated, it should be capable of giving bromine water decolorization test. It should be capable of giving bromine water decolorization test or any such thing where electrophilic addition reaction is going on. Whereas for degree of unsaturation, it is simply the number of moles of hydrogen molecules required to convert all pi bonds and cycles of a given compound to open chain and fully saturated structure. So per molecule, per mole of given molecule, I need X number of mole of hydrogen molecule to convert to open chain, fully saturated. Fully saturated bole to all bonds has to be sigma. And that number of hydrogen mole of molecule is called its degree of unsaturation. Next, you should be aware of homologous series. So just remember, a homologous series, a series of compounds having same functional group, having a fixed difference of CH2 group. See, that is of 14 units by mass between two consecutive members. Two consecutive members should have a difference of 14 units. But I cannot say that only the consecutive members you will call homologs. Okay, homologs could be any member from that entire series. Okay, so a series of compounds having same functional group, having a fixed difference of CH2 group of 14 units mass between two consecutive members. Then that series is called homologous series, and any two member from that homologous series is called homologs. Okay, any two member are called homologs and the series is called homologous series. Clear? See, now any member, say ethanol and decanol, they will be called homologs. See, ethane and octane, they will be called homologs. ऐसा नहीं है कि they have to be only consecutive members. That is not what is required. See, now you tell me, in case of homologs, which statement is true? They have same functional group. See? Identify true statement. You have to identify statement which is correct. So they have same functional group. They have same BOU. Please maintain your mics at mute if you are not asking any doubt. Creates disturbance. Okay, if we are not asking any doubt, please maintain your mics at mute. Okay. So moving further, same degree of unsaturation, same functional group. Do they have same chemical properties? Or they have same physical properties? Yeah, please tell. Excuse me. Hello. So give me the answer. What is the correct answer? Please tell me the answer. What is the correct answer for this? Anyone?
Ma'am, A, B, and C.
A, that they have same functional groups, right? Same degree of unsaturation and same chemical properties, but different
Physical properties.
Different physical properties. All of you agree to that, right? So it is A, B, and C. Next, are homologs isomers? State true or false, or state what is your opinion. Are homologs isomers?
No, ma'am.
What is your opinion?
No, ma'am, they are not isomers.
No, they are not isomers, because for isomers, the first condition is they should have the same molecular formula, right? So they are not isomers. That is for sure that they are not isomers. All of you agree to this? And I hope all of you must be aware of the geometry, how like hybridization and all, so that I can move to IUPAC. Okay, we have done this. Now, before moving to IUPAC, I want you all to know that I'm not entering into common name nomenclature. Okay, I'll not enter into common name nomenclature. I will directly go to IUPAC nomenclature, right? As you know that common nomenclature is given based on very random reasons. So there is nothing new that we can add. It is to be known and memorized. If you know that, well and good. If you don't know that, then it is to be practiced. तब अपने को पता होना चाहिए कि क्या नाम है. And yes, organic compounds, if I talk of, then they are classified as either acyclic, which we also called open chain, or it should be cyclic, or you can say closed chain or ring compounds. These are the two broad classifications that I can have. Now this is further classified as saturated and unsaturated. I have already told you the unsaturated are those which can add hydrogen molecule, right? Or which can give bromine water decolorization test. This is homocyclic, that is all atoms involved are identical. You can also call it carbocyclic. Carbocyclic. Okay. This is further divided into alicyclic. Okay. Or you can call them another classification as aromatic. CPD is compound. Okay, aromatic compounds. Aromatic are further classified as either you can call them benzenoid compounds, or you can call them non-benzenoid compounds. Similarly, we can have heterocyclic compounds, which are alicyclic or aromatic, right? Here I cannot have benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Homocyclic can have benzenoid. Benzenoid means which have benzene rings as their fundamental structure. Benzene rings involved like naphthalene, anthracene, phenanthrene. Non-benzenoid compounds are like pyrrole, pyridine. We are in homocyclic, so not pyrrole, pyridine. I would say something like aniline. Okay, like aniline, dihydro-14 aniline and all, which are aromatic and are not benzene types, but have carbon-carbon only in the ring. Heterocyclic, again, yes, aromatic here is going pyrrole, pyridine, and indole, those type of things. So this is the classification. Now, when we start directly going to nomenclature, okay? Yes, before going to nomenclature, one more thing as a question. Classify carbon of methane as 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, or 4 degree carbon. So what is the answer? Carbon of methane is which degree? Tell. Again, I'll say anyone.
None of.
Okay, so first answer I got is none. That is, it is rather 0 degree type. Am I right? That is what is suggested, that none. It should be 0 degree. Others? No one?
Ma'am, I think it should be primary.
Okay, Kushal is saying that he thinks it should be primary. Yes, absolutely correct. And it is primary. Okay, it is primary. I think सबको याद होगा और सबको तो याद नहीं है क्योंकि someone just said it is none. So in NCERT it is given in hydrocarbon chapter that the methane carbon is primary carbon. So please remember it is a primary carbon. ठीक, what is vinylic, allylic, benzylic? These I guess you must be aware of. Similarly, there could be other 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree things. That is fine. Let us now jump directly to nomenclature. Functional group, you are aware that yes, there are certain groups which decide the main chemical and physical properties of the molecule. Then they are called functional group of that molecule, right? Which decide major chemical and physical properties of that molecule. तो हम उसे कहते हैं कि ये क्या है इसका functional group. Is that fine? चलो. So now when we move to nomenclature, we will go by individual functional groups. Okay, what I mean, as I have only one class, so we cannot go each and every section. Let's start with hydrocarbon. What are the important points that you need to take care? I may not write everything, but I'll speak as much as possible, most of the thing. And in IUPAC name, when I talk, you have prefix, you have root word, and you have suffix. Okay, these are the three things that are present in IUPAC. The prefix is further, either it is primary or it is secondary. Similarly, suffix could be primary and secondary. Primary suffixes, primary prefixes like the word cyclo, bicyclo. Secondary prefix बोले तो locants, branch, इनके बारे में जो बोला जा रहा है वो, ठीक, means methyl, sorry, if I say 2-methyl butane, then 2 and methyl are secondary prefix. ठीक, root words you all know, myth, it, all, that type. Suffix, when I say primary, then see an, in, I. Secondary, all, oic acid, al, on, मतलब functional group जो बता रहे, that types, they are secondary suffix. Okay, these are our secondary suffix. So that is the part of IUPAC nomenclature. I need to add a just wait. So these are our basic parts of IUPAC nomenclature. Now, if I talk of hydrocarbon, what points you need to take care? Hydrocarbons की अगर हम बात करें तो कौन से points हमें ध्यान रखने? Yes, of course, you all remember that the first thing is you have to take longest carbon parent chain. Fine. ठीक? I'm not going into that you have to find a root word and all those. Okay. Longest carbon chain is to be selected. That is our first and foremost thing. According to it, you will decide root word. Carbon-carbon bonding. If all single bond, then you will select ane. If double, then ene. If triple, then ine. Okay, well and good. If the branches are present. If the branches are present. So I will say the first important point to be kept in mind is lowest locant rule. ठीक, lowest locant rule, or it is also called lowest set rule. There is nothing like lowest sum rule. लोएस्ट सम रूल जैसी कोई चीज एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती है. ठीक, लोएस्ट सम रूल बहुत बहुत जमाने हुए खत्म हो चुका है. देयर इज नथिंग लाइक लोएस्ट सम रूल. देयर इज ऑलवेज ओनली वन, एंड दैट इज लोएस्ट सेट रूल. ठीक, yes, there is a possibility that some rule and set rule coincidentally in some particular place or in some particular molecule will have the same result, right? You all being a math student, that is a possibility numerically ho sakta hai. But in those cases where these two don't go hand in hand, if they don't have same result, you have to select any one. Then compulsorily, always, there is no exception, you always have to select the lowest set or lowest locant rule. That is a compulsion. Okay, so first and foremost, remember, you always have to select the lowest set rule. If you remember lowest set rule at top priority, then most of your errors could be avoided. ठीक, if you'll forget this, then there will be problem. If you'll forget this, then there will be problem. If you'll remember this, then काफी सारी एरर्स तो इसी से हमारा बाईपास हो जाती. इसमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी अगर आपको ये याद हो. तो सबसे पहले हमें अपना लोएस्ट सेट रूल पे बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान देना है. If, ठीक, if I have two same parent chain, possibility, if I have, I said the longest parent chain liye, okay, but if I have a choice that by going two direction you have the same parent chain count, then you select the one which has more number of branches. In case if you come across that two options have same number of branches, take same parent chain count, then select the one with more branches. ठीक, if number of branches also same, ठीक, then select lowest set. If there are two possibilities in which there is same number of branches are coming, then select the one having the lowest set. Clear? These are the sequence you need to follow. First, if you are done with these, then finally it is just you have to place these substance and place branches in alphabetical order in the name. That is all we have to do. That finally you have to add them, you have to place them in alphabetical order. And if you are now aware of this, give me name for these compounds. If I have this, give me IUPAC name. If I have this, what will be the IUPAC name? And if I have Give IUPAC name of these three. Yes, first one, answer. Anyone answer? Who want to answer first one? Yes, first one, please name.
1-ethyl 4,4 dimethyl cyclohexane.
I heard 1-ethyl 4,4 dimethyl
Dimethyl cyclohexane.
cyclohexane. Bhanu said that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Okay.
4-ethyl 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane.
Other I have is rest same 4-ethyl 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane.
Yes, ma'am. Same 4-ethyl 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane.
This one has more votes, it seems, right? मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि इसको ज़्यादा votes हैं. That it should be 4-ethyl 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane. And I'll go for this, not this. Now the point is, why this? Yes, in chat also I got the blue one. Yes, correct. Now why the blue one? Bilkul sahi, because it has the lowest set. 144 versus 114. This is a lower set. So this is preferred. Okay? So this is not to be used. You have to use blue one. Let us do this. Okay. On the same path.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, like in IUPAC, we say na that if the letter beginning like methyl starts with M and ethyl starts with E, so E should be given the lowest number in counting the branches. Then what's that rule?
Okay, wait. Okay. Give number 2. Then we'll answer Pawan after 2.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
it's 1-ethyl 4-methyl cyclohexane.
Okay, Sanket is saying it is 1-ethyl 4-methyl. Sanket, can you help us? Why this name and why not the opposite? Pawan, listen carefully.
Ma'am,
What
here
Sanket?
either ma'am, here either we give ethyl or methyl number 1, the other locant will have 4, so we do not have any lowest set rule priority because set is same, so we'll go by the alphabetical order here.
Pawan, your answer was given by Sanket. Just let me add. He said it absolutely correct that when you have identical set, you go this way or you go this way. It is only 1, 4, 1, 4. Okay. So when there is identical set, then you will have this type of key. Okay. The one which is having alphabetical order may preference should be given lower number.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
see here also I said, Anna, if the lowest locant rule first to be preferred, if it goes same, then you prefer the alphabetical order. Here we write E first, but place it at 4 only.
Okay, ma'am.
See? Because first lower locant to be followed. Yeah. So third, please, someone.
4-ethyl 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane.
We have 4-ethyl 1,2 dimethyl cyclohexane. I think correct. All of you agree that
Yes,
the
ma'am.
set he has
Yes,
taken is
ma'am.
2, 4. If it will come from here, it will be 1, 3, 4. Right? So 1, 2, 4 is preferred and 1, 3, 4 is rejected. Take the first preference is lowest set rule. So just on the same line, we will also have the cyclic compounds, cycloalkanes. So in case of cycloalkanes, cycloalkanes. If we thought of cycloalkanes, what happens is there are three possibilities. That is, the number of carbons in cyclic group is equal to open chain, is less, or is more. So if number of carbon in cyclic group more than open chain, that is one possibility. If it is so, then cycle is parent chain. If number of carbon in cyclic group is less than open chain, okay, if this is so, then open chain is parent chain. And third, if number of carbon in cyclic group is equal to open chain. Okay, that is also one of the possibilities, na? Okay? Then it is taken like this. Then again, then cycle is parent chain. Okay? So what I want to say, let me exemplify. I want to say that if I have, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here, who will be the parent chain? Cyclopentane. So this is called N-butyl cyclopentane. If I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it is called N-pentyl cyclopentane. आया समझ में? ठीक? If I had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here I will call it 3 cyclopentyl heptane. Now you got what I said? ठीक?
Yes, ma'am.
है ना, किस तरह से डिसाइड करना है based on the count. But very important point that this we have taken just no further branching and all, na? So this is okay. But remember, cyclo prefix is used for alphabetizing. Cyclo prefix is used for alphabetizing, alphabet order जब बनाते. So if you have a cyclopentyl, you will use the word C for alphabetical order, not the P. Okay. You do not use di, tri, tetra for alphabetizing. That is fine. Di, tri, tetra, not used for alphabetical order. Not used for alphabetical order. ये यूज नहीं होते हैं. ठीक, बट साइक्लो बाइसाइक्लो का बी ये अल्फाबेटाइजिंग में यूज होगा. डू यू नो दीज वर्ड? इफ आई से secondary butyl, if I say isopropyl, if I say neopentyl, third butyl. So out of these, I want to know that do you know sec, iso, neo and tert words? Must be knowing already. Anna?
Yes, ma'am.
Secondary, iso, neo, tert. Which of these are used in alphabetizing or none of them is used for alphabetizing? For alphabetizing, which to be used or none to be used?
Ma'am, ISO and NEO are used.
Yes, absolutely correct. ISO and NEO are used for alphabetizing. ठीक? When there is isopropyl, you will use I for alphabetical order, not P. For neo, you will use N, whereas sec and tert are not used for alphabetizing. Given in NCERT, you have to remember that. Absolutely correct. Yaad aa gaya? Now moving to alkenes and alkynes. Okay? Simple. From either side, set rule to be followed. First appearing multiple bond to be given the smallest. Yes. If to maintain more number of bonds, okay, what will be the IUPAC name? If to maintain more number of multiple bonds in the parent chain, you have to compromise on the carbon count, do it. That is fine, do it. So which one? What is the name? Tell.
Ma'am, 2,4 diethyl.
diethyl.
2,
1,4
diethyl,
pent
4.
1,4 diene. 1,4 pent diene.
Now again one thing that I need to be added, I'll say pentadiene. Okay, so iska matlab you are missing that important rule. If root word is followed by di, tri, etc., then add extra a in it. देखो ये pentadiene, it is not pentadiene. See, already you call 1,3-butadiene, you don't call it 1,3-butadiene. आया समझ में? So if there is an diene trine follow हो रहा है root word को, then you have to add this extra a in the root word. So don't call it pentadiene, call it pentadiene. Is that fine? Okay, then give name to this. What should be the name to this?
Ma'am, N-hexane cyclopentene.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. N-hexyl cyclopentene. So we are selecting the parent chain which has less number of carbons. Correct? To maintain more number of pi bonds in the parent chain. A fast naam do. Don't wait. What should be the name for this third one?
1,3 butadiene.
1,3 butadiene. Correct. What is the name of this molecule?
Ma'am, pent1-ene 4-ine.
Yes, it is 1 in O
4.
and 4 ine. And rest is at pent. Now, always remember, if a primary suffix is followed by a vowel sound, remove its last E. English wala vowel, A-E-I-O-U wala vowel. Okay, so this is, don't go by Y, go by the sound, ein, umbrella, and university, that type of thing. Okay, so if a primary suffix is followed by a vowel, then you remove this last E. You already know this. See, you write ethanol as this. You don't write ethanol like this. Which is the correct spelling?
First one.
First one, second one. Anna, you don't write this. So you already practice it, but you just didn't pay attention to it. You got my point now? Whenever, see, primary suffix "-ane" was followed by all. So E is to be shed. E is to be removed. All good? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो ये हुआ pent 1 in 4 ine. And why 1 in, 4 in, why not 1 in and 4 in? Because of alphabetical order. Because E is preferred over Y. So as there was same set coming either way, so we selected E over Y. Here, no difference. If just hypothetically, if I say that my molecule is this, now what is the name?
Ma'am, hept 5 in 4 1 9.
बेटा एक बार वो बोलना, रूट वर्ड क्या बोला? हेप्ट बोला, हेक्स बोला, सुनाई नहीं दिया.
Hept, ma'am, hept 7 carbons.
HPT है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ ना.
Hept
हाँ.
5 in 1 9.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 करेक्ट, यही बोल रहा है वो. हेप्ट
Yes, ma'am.
1 इन,
5 in, ma'am.
सॉरी
5 in,
5
ma'am.
इन and 1
1 9.
इन. ठीक. So I think 4 and 5 now makes it complete clarity that when to give lower position to in and when to give lower position to ein. Absolutely clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about double bond if we need, and remember that E thing, when to shed that last E. Here I shed, na? Okay. First give me answers. What would be the name of this? Anyone, huh? Not anyone.
One methyl
Any particular.
cyclohexene.
1 methyl cyclohexene.
1 methyl cyclohexene. Correct. What is this?
1,3 dimethyl cyclohexene.
1,3
Dimethyl cyclohexene.
1 2 3. 1,3 dimethyl cyclohexene. This is 1 2. Right? This is what is 1 2. Is that perfectly fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So moving to third, if I had this,
1,6
dimethyl cyclohexene.
cyclohexane.
1,6 dimethyl cyclohexene.
matlab you want this type of placement?
No, ma'am. We can
Yes,
actually take
ma'am.
the other one and we can say 2,3 dimethyl cyclohexane.
This is one possibility. Okay. And one other I just heard from Bhanu, I guess. Or Pranati. Who said?
Bhanu, ma'am.
Both were unmuted. So just help me, Bhanu. What did you say? Let me present correctly. I understood this.
No, ma'am. 2,3 dimethyl. So one at the
Okay.
double bonded
So
carbon.
you said 1, 2, 3,
Yes, ma'am.
4, 5, 6. Okay. He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and other said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
First
So
one
why
is correct.
who said this? I think Abhishek said first one is correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, Abhishek? Can you explain, Bhanu, why first is correct and why you are saying he's wrong? Why my voice is so much echoing from your mic? Okay, so add Abhishek. Why you think this one is correct?
Ma'am, first we count the substituent, no? First we check the substituent and the double bond.
Yeah, keep speaking.
Ma'am, the priority should be the firstly we should take a substituent. उसके बाद में हम लोग ये देखेंगे ना वो डबल बॉन्ड का वो देखेंगे, डबल बॉन्ड देखेंगे ना उसके बाद जाएंगे.
नहीं बेटा, ये बात गलत है. Anu, you want to tell something?
Ma'am,
Which
I
is
don't know
preferred,
how to.
double bond or substituent?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
Which is
may I?
preferred, double bond or substituent?
ma'am, the double bond is preferred.
Yes, preference order जो होता है, that is of secondary suffix, that is functional group, all own, al, oic acid, those, then is the primary suffix. That is in and ein. And then comes the prefix. Okay, Abhishek? So the first is not correct because I wanted to set methyl. No. If that was the case, if I assume that aisa hota, then you should have given number 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Prefer 1, 2. You can prefer that. Why to go for 2, 3 or why to go for 1, 6? The best is 1, 2. So, Bhanu, still your answer is wrong. Answer this only correct. Why? Because in this placing also position 1 is given to the more preferred primary suffix. In your also 1 is given to double bond. Right. Now I'll think about the set of the branch. Okay. So if I see in this, the set I am getting is 1, 6. Whereas in this, I am getting a set of 2, 3. Lower set is preferred. Is that clear to everyone? That the correct answer is 1, 6 dimethyl. Okay, this भी हम नहीं लेंगे, ये भी हम नहीं लेंगे. We'll take 1, 6 dimethyl cyclohexene. ठीक, one of a very basic but important example. अब आगे से याद रखेंगे सब लोग. Any doubt till here? Because now we'll move to functional groups. I mean, alkane, alkene, alkyne हमने कर लिए हैं. Now we'll move to alkyl halide and all. So यहाँ तक no problem. Okay. So let us move further. Okay. So if we go to alkyl halide, they are not given any suffix, so no problem. They will go by whatever we have studied. Nothing which is exceptionally important in case of alkyl halide, except for just information that in common nomenclature, if you have vicinal dihalides and if you have a geminal dihalides, then what are the names? Okay. If they are geminal, they are called alkylidene halide. Right? Once in some question, they simply said ethylidene chloride is treated with aqueous KOH and this reaction took place and that reaction took place. So now the students have to know what is ethylidene chloride. Alkylidene chloride. So it is this. Okay. Common nomenclature में ये नाम use हुआ है exams में. So I am adding. If it is something like this type, vicinal, okay, then you simple call it alkylene halide. Not chloride, but halide. ठीक, बिल्कुल direct. For example, if you have CH2Cl, CH2Cl, 2 carbon, so it was ethylene chloride. ठीक, so nothing extra, just this general information you need to know how they are named as per common nomenclature. Rest all points same as what we have been doing. Similar in alcohol, nothing new or nothing important, right? This we have already done. How come this page came here? Okay, moving further. So before going to example, here I have already added some important points also, which I have already discussed now. So now you can just have in notes से मैं share करूँगी. Coming to if there are more than one functional group, then I have also shared here the priority order. As per NCERT, I am following. In phenar sulfonic acid is given up number 1, but as per NCERT, carboxylic acid is number 1. So follow that. Okay. Yes, there are certain which are not given any suffix. They are not in this priority order, because this is entirely for those which have suffix. Yes, Siddhant, is that something that you want to ask?
Yeah, ma'am. Regarding the
Yeah.
notes, actually, we do not get like regular schedule for your classes. So I'm from Thane branch, Narayana. So where would I get your notes?
Notes, beta, there is this one WhatsApp group which was made on day one, somewhere around 27th of
Fine. So
March.
I should contact my principal regarding it.
I assume, or I'm so sorry, I'm not very aware of the team members involved in Mumbai branch. Can you
All
just tell
right.
me the name of your center head?
Raghavendra Reddy, sir.
Okay, I think I have seen him in some group. Okay, okay, Siddhant. So first you talk to your principal.
Hmm. All
Huh?
right.
If the issue is resolved, well and good. If the issue is, can I trust all of you with my number? Okay, don't do any annoying thing. How my hand is raised, see? So don't do any annoying thing. In case, Siddhant, your issue is not solved,
Yeah.
please contact me or please drop a message so that
All
I
right.
will forward it into this group, that please add students who are attending the class.
Even I am not
Okay.
in the group. Even I am
Fine.
not in the group.
You
Thank
are
you so much,
from
ma'am.
which center? You are from which center?
From Dwarka Center.
द्वारका बोले तो दिल्ली ना बेटा?
Yes, ma'am.
गुड़गांव side.
Ma'am, I
Same
am also
process
not
you
in
do?
that group, ma'am.
Huh?
I'm
Someone
also
else.
not there in that group.
So you please just ask your center heads, or the principals will do the needful, I guess. Right?
Okay.
Because they are getting the Zoom link of the of this classes, na?
Yeah, yes.
So they must be either in the group or they must have that connection, how they are getting the link. Okay? So just
Fine, ma'am.
try that way. If it works, well and good. I am very sure that they will do the needful, but in case if it is not done, drop a message. I'll add a message in this group, or let me see what they can do.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Or
ma'am.
the admin of this group can forward notes to the principals and they can share. That is also one possibility. They can share directly to you. Chalo. So as I said that this is the priority order. Okay. And like alkyl halide, you will not find in this, nitro not in this. So that is because they do not have any suffix. Yes. So initially there is nothing important new to add in alkyl halide, alcohol, ether. Just one thing I want to know, that do you all know the name of cyclic ethers? Cyclic ethers के नाम आप लोगों को पता है क्या? मतलब what is the name of this? Oxyrane, I know, all of you know.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
what is the IUPAC?
Ma'am, epoxy. Epoxy ethane, I guess.
Epoxy ethane.
Yeah.
Yes. For cyclic, epoxy ethane. For cyclic, you have to name N dash. Epoxy alkane is the name. Okay. N dash epoxy alkane. See, 2 carbon. So as only 2, so need not to mention 1, 2. Otherwise, we need to mention. So it is epoxy ethane. Say if it was this. So I have to mention 1, 2 epoxy, longest carbon chain, propane. Okay, if it is this, it is 1, 3 epoxy propane. Now you got it? If it is this, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 4. Epoxy pentane, like this you name. Take the cyclic ethers have this type of nomenclature. If required, you can use it. Okay. Now let us move to I am more interested in carbon containing functional groups where the questions come and you make errors. So carbon containing functional groups containing carbon. CHO, prefix is oxo and formyl. Suffix is al. Okay. And it is carbaldehyde, special suffix. Keto, also called oxo. See, oxo is used for both aldo and keto. ठीक, on. Carboxylic, when prefix, suffix is oic acid and special suffix is carboxylic acid. Now, when to use carboxylic acid or carbaldehyde, that we'll discuss. Same way for acid chloride, the special suffix is carbonyl chloride. Is that clear? ठीक. Moving forward, if we have this type, functional group, ठीक, for ester, then it is alkoxycarbonyl or alkanyl oxy is the prefix. Suffix is oate or carboxylate suffix. This is carbamoyl, CONH2. Amide as the suffix. Special suffix is carboxamide. ठीक, anhydride usually no prefix, oic anhydride and carboxylic anhydride. CN we have carbonitrile, nitrile, cyano. This one is isonitrile, that is NC, and isocyano. ठीक? I don't want to move to isomerism. I want first to practice the names for these systems. Right now, what names I want to practice, I'll discuss. I want to ask you, what is the name of this? First. Yeah, tell. What is its name?
Ma'am, propane 1,2,3 tricarbaldehyde.
Yes. NCERT example, propane 1,2,3 tricarbaldehyde. Okay. What is the name of yes?
Ma'am, it will be propane 1,2,2,3 tetracarbaldehyde.
Yes. 1,2,3
2,3.
tetracarbaldehyde. Right? Propane 1,2,2,3 tricarbaldehyde is same. Huh?
Tetra, ma'am. It would be tetracarbaldehyde.
Tetracarbaldehyde. ठीक, all of you agree to this? यहाँ तक I don't think किसी को issue होगा. So,
No, ma'am.
what is the name of yes, I'm waiting. Is there a difference in 2 and 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no? Okay.
Ma'am, 2-ethynyl propane 1,2,3 tricarbaldehyde.
Can you please repeat? 2
2-ethynyl propane 1,2,3 tricarbaldehyde.
ethanol 1,2,3 tricarbaldehyde.
No, ma'am, I would not agree with.
How can ethanol, that is a suffix, carbaldehyde a suffix, two suffix कैसे होते? You got my point? There are two
Yes.
suffix. Anna? So what to do? This is not right.
Ma'am,
Shall I-
here we can write 3 for mile, 3 Two oxoethyl pentane.
No. Take maximum number of same weightage containing functional group as suffix. So let me name it. Whether you go by 1, 2, 3, then also you have the maximum 3 CHOs. You go by this, then also you have a 3 CHO. You cannot increase them. Okay, in upper one, you can increase. This is directly attached to the parent chain. Now here I have to either lose this one or I have to lose this one. CH2CHO or CH2CHO. So its name is position 2. Now what is 2? If I say 1, 2, 3, then at position 2. At position 2, 2 oxo. This is a branch. Okay, so I want to number a branch as 1, 2. Okay, 2 oxoethyl. समझ आ गया? It is 2 oxoethyl
Ma'am, it would be
propane.
methyl now. Because since only one carbon is attached to the parent chain and the other one is directly the functional group.
Whenever we use oxo, na, we are referring only to double bond O. We are not referring to carbon.
Okay.
So then you have to include that in their parent chain. So propane 1, 2, 3 tricarbaldehyde. आया समझ में? ठीक, when to call what? Is that absolutely clear? If not, I want one more thing to be taken, so I will take one more thing. पहले ये part clear हुआ है? चलो अब that why I'm not using methyl or why I'm not using the other thing that you suggested, है ना? Which example it is? Fourth. If I have, say for example, COOH, CHO, COOH, and if I have COH, COOH, and here I have, say, fluorine. Okay. So now give the IUPAC to the two. What is the difference? Also, you note and give IUPAC.
Two octomethyl 1,5-dioic acid.
This
Just a minute.
fourth one you are saying now?
Yeah,
Okay. What you are saying, tell two.
2-oxomethyl.
Now, there you use the word formyl. When the CHO cannot be part of a parent chain, then you use the prefix formyl. When it can be part of the, then its carbon can be part of parent chain, then you use the word oxo.
Okay.
Okay, so now you
Can you
call
please
it
repeat this line? This
when,
oxoformyl one.
when CHO is a prefix and cannot be included in the parent chain. Its carbon cannot be included in the parent chain. Then we use the word formyl.
Okay, ma'am.
When its carbon can be included in the parent chain. See, in this one, you could include it in the parent chain of a substituent. Substituent you had to choose, na?
Yes, ma'am.
If I wanted to use formyl, I should have used formyl methyl. But we will never compromise on the size. So formyl methyl is practically wrong. Or not practically, by the rules wrong. There is no practicality here. These are the rules. So it is oxoethyl. Okay, you have to include it in the parent chain. Here, whatever I do, I cannot make it part because I have more preferred functional groups. So I have to use it outside the parent chain. So I will call it 2-formyl 1,4 pentane.
1,5, ma'am.
Sorry, 1,5 pentane dioic acid. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And here what we will call? Fifth one.
Ma'am, we'll call it oxo because it can be part of the
Oxo.
parent.
it can be part, but numbering here from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this time I will call it 4-chloro,
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 5-oxo-pentanoic acid.
5-oxo-pentanoic acid.
Yes, ma'am.
Pentanoic acid. You got how to name it? When
Ma'am.
to use the word oxo, when to use the word formyl.
Yeah. For
See?
fourth, for fourth
Yeah.
question, can we use carboxylic acid suffix?
No, we won't. We use carboxylic acid only when I cannot include all the possible carbons of COH group in the carbon chain of parent.
Okay.
Okay. So on the same line as we just had this tricarbonaldehyde wala examples, on the same line, you can have COH, COH, COH. See, if I had only COH, COH, and CH3, then I will call it pentanoic acid, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I can include both corners in the parent chain. Okay, this is pentane dioic acid, 3-methyl pentane dioic acid. Whereas here, this COH of the same weightage. So here what you will call it? Tricarboxylic acid. This is tricarboxylic acid. This is pentane dioic acid. This is pentane dioic acid 1,5. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about when to use these special suffixes in acid and aldehyde. In esters, as I said, there are two types of prefixes to be used. Two prefixes possible. For example, if I have COOC2H5, what will be its name? If I have OCOC2H5, what will be its name? If I have COH, OCOC2H5, and if I have COH, COOC2H5. Give name to all these four, and esters will be done if you name them correctly.
Ma'am, first one is ethyl cyclopentane carboxylate.
First one is ethyl cyclopentane carboxylate. Correct. Because this cannot be part of the chain, so carboxylate is separated, and ethyl cyclopentane carboxylate. Correct. What is the name of second?
Ma'am, it's cyclopentyl profanoate.
Cyclopentyl
It is cyclopentyl
Propanoate.
propanoate.
propanoate. Correct. What is third? Now, what is preferred functional group? Acid or ester?
Acid, ma'am.
Acid. So it is anyhow going to be cyclopentane carboxylic acid. If that is the preferred method, this is going to be the parent. This is going to be the parent. That is fixed.
It should be cyclopentyl.
No. It is
Ma'am, but because
cyclopentyl. Where you have named it cyclopentyl? Here.
No.
See,
No, ma'am, trying to say-
cyclopentane. That cyclopentyl when it is a prefix, when it is a branch. Alkyl alkanoid mein I can use cyclopentyl. Okay,
Yes.
but here it is cyclopentane carboxylate, cyclopentane carboxylic acid, cyclopentane carbonaldehyde. So what is this to be called? So we said it is cyclopentane carboxylic acid, position 1, position 2. It
Ma'am,
is called
2-propenyl oxy.
2-propanoyl oxy
Oxy.
cyclopentane carboxylic acid. All of you agree to this, that it is 2-propanoyl oxy cyclopentane carboxylic acid. ठीक? Then what is
Ma'am,
this?
why can't we write it cyclopentane pentanoic acid? Cyclopentanoic
When you say
acid.
cyclopentanoic acid, forget this structure. Forget what I have given. Cover the screen. If I am asked cyclopentane carbo, I will do cyclopentane, but carboxylic acid, it should be the part of fifth carbon here in the chain. Now, how will I have COH as a cycle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a name should always end up with structure. Structure should have name. Back side also it should be easily interpretable. So coming to this, so it will have two, right? Two ethoxy. Is that correct? Ethoxy carbonyl. It is 2-ethoxycarbonyl, and this cyclopentane carboxylic acid will be same copy paste. What do you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed? कैसे नाम देते हैं? Esters में. ठीक? In case of amide, I think it is same. It is similar. Just the specific name I want to ask. If I have this, what you'll call it?
Cyclopentyl methanamide.
हाँ, methanamide. Okay. Special suffix क्या है amide का? It is not methanamide. It is carboxamide. Okay, special suffix for amide is carboxamide. And not methanamide. Otherwise, so here also we should have said methanoic acid, na? Yeah. Yeah. It is not methanamide, it is carboxamide. Till here, all good? Let us move to. What about in case of nitriles? You know, if we have CH3CN, you include this in the parent. Okay, so it is ethane. You write E because it is not starting with a vowel. So we'll write E. But if it was isonitrile, that is CH3NC, then it is methane, right? Methane isonitrile, because I cannot have that in the parent chain.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Methane isonitrile. This is methane. Oh, E to be shed, because iso is starting with vowel. Isonitrile. Here I don't have to shed because it is starting with N. Special suffix of nitrile is carbonitrile. Carbonitrile. Special suffix. Absolutely clear?
Yes.
If I talk of aromatic, there is no such fixed rule. You have to follow all the above rules, lowest set and all. But as there are special names, like this is called toluene, right? This is called phenol. So there are fixed special names given. NH2, so it is called aniline. So their common name are so very well accepted that we do not look for replacing them. We have given both equal weightage. Okay, we have been accepting both and name compounds as derivative of them. For example, if I have this
4-chlorotoluene.
Yeah, I can call it 4-chlorotoluene. And I can also call it 1-chloro-4-methyl-toluene. Both names are accepted as IUPAC. Am I correct? And this was asked in JE 2017. This very same molecule, multi-correct. The question was, yeah.
Ma'am, if you have written that 4-methyl, then why are you using toluene?
Because I have done error. Okay. Not due to any reason, just because I did error. I should have written benzene. Okay. And this was 2017, multi-correct, and both were accepted as answers. If I have, say, phenol and CH3, can you give it to IUPAC?
Ma'am, we would call it 4-methyl phenol, ma'am.
4-methyl phenol.
Or we can also call it 4-methyl benzene alcohol.
Yeah, you can call it not alcohol. Please reframe. It is not alcohol that you'll call. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am, it would be 1-hydroxy 4-methyl benzene.
You can call 4-hydroxy toluene you can call, na?
No, ma'am, we cannot call because phenol will have more more weightage, ma'am.
Yes. So if it is to be named, then you cannot call it hydroxytoluene. When there is a difference in weightage, then there is a functional group, then prefer 4-methyl phenol or 4-methyl benzenol. Okay? Clear, everyone? That when there is a case of this weightage, then you will go by weightage. Otherwise, you can use either. See? So, one more question of aromatic that it appeared. CN है मेरे पास, bromine है, OH है. Which should be my preferred functional group? Phenol or I can have phenol. Okay, then what are the name? क्या हुआ नाम?
Ma'am, 4-bromo 3-cyanophenol.
It should be, what was the name you gave?
4-bromo 3-cyanophenol.
4-bromo 3-cyanophenol. Okay. So I got 4-bromo 3-cyanophenol. And is there anyone with 2-bromo 5-hydroxy benzonitrile? Okay. Chalo, I think it is getting a little late. So आप लोगों को dinner वगैरह आके जो भी काम करना है. Tomorrow I want its clear answer. One answer. Tomorrow you give, and I also want you to attempt 2020 JE question. 2020 JE question, which was very simple. See? But they have given the name and you had to write structure. So 3-ethinyl 2-hydroxy 4-methyl hex 3-ene 5-ionoic acid. ये दोनों, tomorrow you come with this. I'll give the answer and we'll move to isomerism. Is that okay? If during this process you come along or you are given any special worksheet for your practice for this, please do it and ask me doubts or ask your respective teachers doubts, whichever way. And if you have any confusion, ask me. Fine?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.